I'm Jeannie Bernick with Top Producer Magazine, and I'm here with Mike Hogan with Stewart-Peterson. Mike, we're here at the Farm Journal Media Marketing Rally in Chicago, and lots of farmers have been talking about the late harvest. How has that affected markets and anything that you've been advising your clients on?
I would say, the first thing, we've obviously had a price rally. I think some of the late harvest had a bit to do with that. Probably there are some other external factors that led to that. Anecdotally, I think it has raised stress levels among some of the clients and just producers in general, which makes it tough. At the same token, we've been hearing consistently above normal, above average yields on both the corn and the soybeans. So really a lot of the questions coming in are, we've got crops, some of it might be not quite up to snuff as far as quality is concerned. What to do with that crop? Is it price it out now? Is it store it? Our opinion is essentially we've seen a nice run up in prices. We've actually come down a bit from there. Our thought is sell the cash market at this point in time. Write a hedge to arrive if you'd like to deliver into the next year. Wait for basis to snap back at this point. And then simply look to find a strategy that if the market does continue to move higher or reverse itself and move higher, to go ahead and get those bushels covered potentially. Before doing that, look to see where you're sold at overall. If that's just your first 20% sold, I would say definitely don't look at the reownership. You've got way more crop to take advantage of at that time. Otherwise, I would say that's probably the main concern for farmers at this point from the late harvest, what to do with those extra bushels.
And then as we end 2009, which has been just a very volatile year, what are you looking at in terms of the major market movers for 2010?
I think right now the major market movers could be even on the outside markets or from some fund activity. We hear lots of media reports that are coming out as to how active they are. It is something that is coming to fruition at this point in time. So I would say probably the US dollar is one of the main catalysts to look at. Outside of that, I'd also say try not to be a prisoner to what the markets are looking like. You've got some great opportunities ahead of you in 2010. There's some good prices out there now. Depending on the way the market shakes out, whether there's some fund activity, maybe there's a drought, another wet spring, wet harvest, what have you, the markets can certainly move themselves higher. At the same time, if the markets move lower, we're staring in the face of some pretty good prices. So I just try to get strategic, not worry necessarily about the market moves, but start to plan exactly what you're going to do in corn, for example. What if the market's $1.50 higher from now? What if it's $1.50 lower from this standpoint? From what you've done right now to where those market prices would be at, what position does that put you in? And try to identify the holes, if you will, in those marketing strategies. And not necessarily you have to plug them right away, but just know if the market gets moving in those directions, come up with a plan or a strategy to plug that hole in essence.
Thank you.
Thank you.